Just under 9 hours into the stream. We have 42 big blinds in the 1K. Hopefully we can find ourselves a proper deep run. 27 minutes left on late rage. It's $56,000 for first. All right, Queen 8 in the big blind. 154 players left. Doesn't sound like there's that many, but it only had 300 players to start. So we still got half the field to go. At the moment, it is going to be 40 places paid. I'm only going to defend here. Sometimes you probably want to re-raise this hand. Never fold in. All right, 2 5s is about the worst hand that we're going to raise from here. I'd prefer if I don't get re-raised by anybody. Just everyone call and have a little 5 on the flop. We're all having a little bit of fun. Vinty flops a set. Gets a complete triple up. Very fucking rude. Very, very, very rude. Alright, back down to the main sweat. This hand is not going to be handled with putting chips in. No chance. Man, True Geordie's absolutely fucking stacked, isn't he? Like, he is a fucking killer. I reckon he could beat me up with one hand tied behind his back and a blindfold on. Like, no problem to him either. Like, not a kind of break a sweat kind of buzz. No bother. Late reg is closed in 12 minutes, and we have a beautiful looking hand in the big blind. The Jack 10 of clubs. Honestly, arguably the prettiest hand in the entire game. Jack 10 of green. It's right up there. King, Queen, hearts, King, Queen of spades. Cheeky little 7-6 suited gets me probably a little bit more excited than it should as well. I love his entrances too and his post-fight celebrations. Yeah, no, he's class act. He is an absolute class act. So much potential. Nothing. Nothing at all. Just nothing at all. I was wondering if we should ever shove, but not going to. Can't remember. What was I talking about? Oh my god. Jordy just has a set. Okay. We're going to be check raising and hoping to play for all of the chips in the 1K. Pundits pay. Yeah. I think so. Yeah, it sounds too low to me as well. It sounds a little too low to me too. We're not going to fold here. If they have a flush or if they have Jack 10, 200 quid to appear on your stream. I'm saying if I was paying True Geordie, I'd expect to have to pay more than 200 quid. But like, I'm talking about people being on Sky Sports. Please don't have a flush. Please don't have a flush. Alright, we'll take it. And we are going to call in the 1K freeze out. Sure. I don't think it's a very good hand to squeeze, even though it's a really, really nice spot to squeeze. Could be potentially awkward, indeed. It is a board that most people probably want to play passively, would be my guess. Like, Sassoon should check most of the time. Small the hero's got to be somewhat respectful of the fact that it's 4 ways. We are going to call. I don't have any deuces, really. I mean, if the deuce was a club, maybe, but on the offsuit, deuce is just not a thing. We fold. We have 30 bigs. We move on with our day. We're going to raise in the 1K with the King Queen. Did I see that? Did I see it? Man, I don't know. My brain is barely working today. I know we're nearly 10 hours into the stream, but my brain is cabbaged. Dreamy spot for the squeeze. Dreamy spot for the squeeze. I don't know what we can do. Maybe I'm a fucking idiot though. Probably am. Probably an idiot. Fuck. Fuck's sake. Oh, hello. The ace and the ace. That is a solid hand. Anyone want to come get it? Anybody at all? I need 3 bets and 4 bets. I don't want to have to think post flop. I just want 3 bets and 4 bets. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Damn it. Sad. You know how hard it is to get aces in 1K tournaments? Do you know how long we waited for them? Do you know how long we waited for them aces? Actually, that's me not long. We had them a while ago, didn't we? We're going to fold here. We are just going to pass. I am going to raise down here. It's very close. It is the bottom of what I'd open in this exact lineup. Annoying, but this is a board that we're meant to size up on, so we will. And we are going to check back on a 5 turn. A 7 would be very ideal. We are going to bluff on this river. Maybe we shouldn't. Maybe they have enough 10s, like 10-8, 10-9. Well, I'm glad we didn't bluff for once in our lives. Alright, we're down to a little over 20 big blinds in the 1K. 118 players left. I'm going to start with a call here. Real dicey on the turn, man. Alright, well, obviously pretty good river card. They shouldn't really have ace-king. Like, it shouldn't really be a thing. Should not really be a thing. So hopefully we get a bluff from whatever. Pocket 6s for the all-in is Finty's call. Pocket 6s for the bluff is Finty's call. Pocket 6s for the bluff. Wow. Quite unfortunate for them, but we'll take it. That is quite unfortunate for them, but we will take it. That is the double up we wanted in the 1K. 46 out of 115. Go on then. Drawing to the offsuit queen on the river. Bink! We'll take it. I don't know if the shove's good. Like, I don't think it is, but they're better than me. All right, good start to the hour. I've got loads of chips in the 55 now. Loads of chips in the 55 and loads of chips in the 1K. Late reg already closed here. 3.5 hours if we're going to make it to day 2, which would make for fucking quite a long stream. Also, if we end up like playing this for another 2 or 3 hours and I'm still in the 55, I will commit to it then. It was just if I got knocked out of this soon, I wasn't going to be committed to it. Which I think is reasonable 10 hours in when we're going to be trying to stream at least 10 hours each day this week. Scott says bring home the bank. I'm honestly, mate, I'm trying my best. Today's been a tough enough day. Alright, worst pair that we are going to open is the 5 and the 5 in the 1K. I probably should have made it bigger with small heroes stack. I didn't see that. Did not notice that. Definitely calling 1. My hand is not a great bluff catcher on the river. Blocks a lot of bluffs. They might have bluffed me off it anyway on certain runouts. I would have heard on some runouts, but on a lot of them I would have folded. Just because like I blocked like 5-6, 5-7 flush draws of both suits. Like if you're gonna call there, it's just not good. I'm gonna defend in the small. I'm enjoying this play a lot, but I just can't listen to it because it is all the music that is copyrighted real heavily. The stuff that we got and stuff for listening to, so I'm just gonna not fuck with it. Oh yeah, making that thing his own. This is kind of tricky. This is somewhat tricky. I think I'm all in. I don't love it. I do not love it. Foden has finally replaced David Silva. A different player for sure, but I feel like has some qualities that are better than David Silva, but a lot of qualities obviously that aren't as good. But I think he's going to score more goals than Silva. If they shove here, we're obviously going with it. Now we raise. If this player 3-bets, it's a very, very easy shove. Their stats are wild. And now if either these shove or if we see a 3-bet, we're going to be all in with 10s. 100 players left in the $1,000 freeze out. The magic hand. Can we have a rendition, Freddy? Where are you when we need him? I would only love Freddy to whip it out, but fortunately cannot listen to It's a Kind of Magic. I can sing it perfectly though. Alright, we are all in with 10s. Call 9s. Call 9s. Call the 9s. If they call, I don't think they're going to have 9s shot. Alright. Up to over 50 big blinds. Nice little few chips. Definitely not mad at that result. Alright, ace king in the 1K. Sushini shove. Anyone 3-bet, just make life easy for me. All in. I say make life easy for me, but if anyone 3-bets you, they're going to open her. It could be trouble. It could be big trouble. If we see Foclude shove. Alright, well, this is pretty easy. This could end up being proper naughty. You have over 1 million chips in the 1K freeze out. Let's avoid the queen. Hold it. Hold it. First fin finger wag of the day. We'll have a little fin finger wag for the 60 big blinds in the 1K. 21 out of 96. Go on then. Why the fuck not? So if either of these players next to act shove, we are obviously going to call with 8s. If we see shoves, we call. Alright, 12 big blinds. Not an insignificant pot by any means. If we win this, we're up to almost 1.5. That's a good hand. That's a very good flop though. That's a real good flop. That's a real good flop. Let's go. That's what you want to hear? Listen, who am I to say we can't hear it when we hit a 2-outer in a 1K? I don't know how many times we've done that so far this series. Watch your little ears. Alright, we are defending. 86 players left in the 1K. I think we can lead 7-6-4 because they don't have A5. Gonna check that, make sure there is leading, but I think on that board there will be. Obviously call in. And now we are calling regardless of size. Joe G. We are still out of a bunch of bluffs that they're gonna have if they bet. Excepting 4s and hearts. I think hearts are the dream. Preferably the jack of hearts. We get a jack, but not a jack of hearts. Not gonna hero call. I don't think my hand's a good candidate to hero call. Congrats, mate. Congrats. Alright, the blinds are up. The blinds are up. 78 players left. Obviously going to be folding here. Would have been beautiful for a heart to roll off, but wasn't to be. Was not to be at all. Good luck, Finta, #1 streamer on Twitch. Definitely not the #1, but I appreciate the kind words, mate. I'm glad you enjoyed the show. We have 75 players left, 74 players left in this $1,000 afternoon deep stack. We're in for a chunk of cash today and haven't really cashed for much, so it would be nice if we could find ourselves a little cash for 2.3k and then push on to try and make it day 2. We're sitting in the middle of the pack. We have 25 of 73. Going to be a big hour upcoming. We'll be getting close enough to the bubble in the next hour would be my guess. We are going to be playing for another 2.5 hours if we're to make day 2. We have been live for just under 11 hours and it's been a solid grind. I appreciate everyone that's been hanging out. What's the story? We're going to raise with the Queen 9 suited. Sorry, King 9 suited. For sure. Obviously, if TD shows, we got a call. 73 players left. 2.5 hours left on the day. 11 hours into the stream. Alright. Good way to start the hour. Taking a pot down. Good way to start the hour. Alright, we pick up King Deuce of Spades in the big blind of the 1k. We're definitely not in like that close to it. Like, it looks like we're kind of close to the money, but we're just not because it's a small field and it's a deep stack. So it's going to still take a while. Hopefully we can have a big hour though. Finish the hour about 2.5 million chips. We'll be sitting pretty. We are naturally going to not be folding a suited king in the big twin min raise. Anyone for trip deuces? Not trip deuces, but it's a pretty good flop. It is a pretty decent little flop. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. I am not 100% sure. We might be meant to pure raise this. We might be meant to pure raise it. Might have fucked up, chat. I'm really not sure with top and bottom multi-way. I'm gonna raise against this though. I'm actually not. I think they have king, queen, king, jack a lot though. But I think raising, they're just gonna snap fold them. I'm obviously not folding regardless how this goes down. If they raise and they call, I'd be very fucked up though. What the fuck? This is a fucked up hand, chat. This is a fucked up hand. This is a fucked up hand. I'm hoping to get called by ace, king, or aces. There's just so much out there. I understand that we have the spades covered as well, but it's a fucking crazy hand, and I think maybe we're meant to just raise the flop. Big pot though, 2.5 milli. I have no idea if we played that hand well. It might be just, it's just hard for me to have a lot of bluffs that want to raise the flop. I can raise some 9x potentially, but it's a tough spot for me to have too many bluffs, but maybe I'm an idiot. Maybe I am a goddamn idiot. The thing is, three-way hands are so tough, man. I don't know. I do not know. Call when you have it, raise when you don't. Classic. All right. That was a weird hand, wasn't it? I don't know. Is it true? I really do not know. We have loads of chips now, but fuck, I don't know. I would have shoved if I had something like Jack 10 suited on the turn, like Jack 10 of spades, Queen Jack of spades, like that's how I would have bluffed that turn. Like, we're not just taking a random pair and turn it into a bluff on the turn, right? Sure. Arbo says, what the fuck is this spot? Yeah, I just decided to get it in, man. They have trips? I don't know. I do not know. King, king, or 9-9? Nah, I think 9-9 raises. I think 9-9 raises at some point. I'm not going to bet this flop against Millennial, and I am just going to check fold. We don't do a huge amount of check fold on King 9 tray when we open from here, but this one we're going to. Okay. We're going to go all in. Hopefully they don't have pocket sixes. Obviously it's a chunk of chips, but we're all in. We're not bluffing here with Queen 10, we're not bluffing here with clubs, so this is the cleanest bluff we're going to have. King, queen, plus we shove. We have pocket 9s, we have pocket 6s. Millennial's a very good player and can make a big call, but I like the bluff regardless whether we get called or not. 3 million chips or 1.2 or something. Big spot. Big moment. Do they fold? The Ape Styles wannabe. Do they make the big call? They can definitely make the big call. Do they make the big call? Woo! They're always getting me. They're always getting me. I never win versus them ever. 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 God, I hope I was on the right table for the bluff hand. Alright, we are raising it in the 1k deep stacks. I don't think they should have a 5 out of small blind too often. I don't think they should have too many 5s. Chat, is this too thin? Surely they check raise king jack and king queen. Surely they check raise. Come on, they have to. I'm all in. Damn. Ah, god damn it. God damn it. That was fun having 3 million chips for like 5 seconds. That was fun having 3 million chips for like 5 seconds. Gosh darn it. Alright, 19 out of 61, still in a good spot. I'm pretty sure King 10 is going to shove there in theory all the time, but I will look it up just in case I'm getting a little carried away. Remember when we 3 million chips there for a little second? Fuck's sake. Remember when we had the 3 million chips? I love the bluff show. Fuck 'em. Fuck 'em. We are going to raise here, blind versus blind. Against a player who we have a lot of history with. Playing them for years and years. They couldn't make the big call. They could not. Ace 5 hands a little bit salty about. A little bit salty is what it is. Is what it is. I think it's a clean shove. Just didn't work out this time. We still have over 50 bigs. 21 spots away from the cash in the 1K would be nice. Would be very nice indeed. We are going to defend versus the button open with 8-4. And we're folding regardless of what size. I'm a little bit salty that we gave them all the chips with the king 10. Fuck's sake. Oh well. Obviously not calling the all in here. Obviously not. Just the ace 5 on the river. Just looking at it back. I think it's clean. I really do. I think it is pretty clean. A little unfortunate though. The roller coaster. I know. We were flying for a couple of moments. You have to check that. I don't disagree, but I will look at it. I'll disagree. They don't have king queen king jack and they don't have ace king pre. So if you're gonna check every king and only shove better than trips, then fair enough. But you're gonna be very easy to play against. Like very easy to play against. Ace jack 4. We are gonna continue on. Using value for check. I think so. I mean, look, if you want to check king 10, as long as you're shoving king queen and ace king, then that might be okay. But if you don't want to shove anything that's worse than a king, I think you're going to be in awful trouble, because I think they should probably lead a 5 at least sometimes. Just making it a bit bigger because Botillon Poker is on the short stack. Don't want to give them a very good price to call. Head up 50, still in a good spot. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. We're going to bet call. Obviously, if they have a jack, it's a little annoying, but such is life. We'll just hit a queen. Let me see Niall's other messages. Seems harmless. I'd be willing to bet that we are most likely meant to shove that in theory. Easy folds, obviously. Alright, let's try best to flop set down here. No set, no bet. I think Mac Visitor should check this flop mostly. I mean, they can bet obviously some good ace-x, but I don't think they should be betting like ace-8 or something if they flat out. I also think they should be betting bigger. I really need to like look at some 3-handed spots because I'm making all these assumptions from a couple of spots I've seen, and I see good players betting in a lot of spots wider than I would, so it's kind of interesting to see what are they up to. I don't think we only get called by worse there, and if we only get called by worse, you should probably bluff it a lot, which I doubt any of you are doing because it's hard to have trips. Like if they're folding everything worse than king 10, you should bluff that spot a lot. Like you really should. When people say stuff like that, you only get called by worse, people just don't actually understand how the maths of situations work. And like there's nothing wrong with that you don't understand it, but when someone bets pot, you have to defend half your range. And if you don't have trips, like you can't just fold everything because half your range is not going to be trips at all. Is the 2K, is the 1K a 2-day thing? Yes, it is. It has been running for 7 hours and it needs to run for 2 hours longer if we are to make day 2. You Irish Handsome Dibble, you've been winning much lately. Hope the poker gods are on your side tonight. Hello, Harry Keegan. No, today was quite a rough day, but we have the potential to make a day 2 in the 1K, and that would mean that all will be good with the world. All will be good with the world if that's how it goes down. I am gonna raise this. 2 milli. We said if we finished today on 2.5 milli, we'd be happy. So we have a little bit of work to do again, but we tasted it. We were there for a little moment. God, the top 2 is pads and 1 corner B1. You hate to see that. Oh, that's not cool, is it? That's not what you need in your life at all. The top 2 being pads and 1 corner B. Some of the best UK players of all time. 2 of the best current players in the world. I do need to start. God, what was I saying? I got distracted by people drinking pints of Guinness on my Instagram for 2 seconds. Fuck's sake. Oh man, animals are the best. This is a chimp seeing the people that rescue them. Oh, stop. Animals are great. Luke says, when you're in a position like this in the 1K, do you slow down? Nah. Try and take advantage of any spots where we can put pressure on the bubble, to be honest. G-Money says, only gets called by better. It just means that is a bluff instead of a value bet, and you need to be bluffing to balance your value so that you can get called by worse in a different situation. Yeah, I mean, everything that we do in No Limit Hold'em is basically to offset our value. Because if people didn't play in a GTO way, you would only bet big when you've got value hands and fold everything else. Pretty much, right? You just bet small, try and get cheap bluffs through, and then bet big when you've got value. If people didn't adjust and people just played accordingly, which to be honest, sometimes people don't. I will be defending here with 9-10, 11 spots away from the money in the 1K deep stacks. And on this board, we'll just be check folding. We are gonna raise. Any aces? 2 of them! As many as 2! Alright, we don't mind seeing Body and Poker get out of there, and we are now 9 spots away from the cash in the 1k. What's up top of the 1k? It is $33,000.